Hi folks, it's John from lastchanceautorestore.com. I'd like to share with you another update. This is the 1974 Ford Torino or Gran Torino. So this is the Starsky and Hutch tribute car. Earlier video we were talking about or showing you the bottom of the car. I should have gone around and showed you the whole car. So we've got this white two-part epoxy that's completely sealed the bare metal after sandblasting, and the guys have done a really nice job with the masking and the seam sealer. So I think you can see it now. They're still going to be doing some body work, but you can see inside the wheel wells where the factory seams are, where the inner wheel well tub and the outer tub match or meet each other. The factory always did a seam sealer, so you see the way they've done that. They've masked it very similar lines to the way the factory did it. And then they do this by hand, which looks kind of funny right now, but where the two new pieces of metal were put together, we've got weld-through primer on both sides before it was repaired, but then they always like to seal off that edge with a seam sealer. So this is a commercial grade product. So now it's thoroughly dried, and it's going to be ready for receiving the bottom of the paint, or the coat of paint along the bottom. So they'll probably do 3 or 4 coats. Inside the wheel wells, they're going to end up being black, so it'll have a little bit of red overspray, but the main focus right now is to spray the whole underside of the car red so that we can get ready to put it on the frame. So what we neglected to do in the last video was share with you, and our client lives far away, so we'd like to show you, because we did the whole car, or majority of the car except the roof, with this epoxy sealer. So you can see inside the trunk, we did some repair work, but there's no evidence of it now other than where the quarter glass or the quarter marker lights were, and they've got the first skim of body filler. They haven't sanded off yet. So we're going to refinish both outer and inside of the new quarter panels. They'll perform the body work. They'll do that later. So this bare metal, after it was sandblasted, was really clean, and then we've applied this nice industrial grade 2-part epoxy. Same thing in the rear speaker shelf or parcel shelf area. And then as we come down along, so this is down the driver's side now, and you can see inside, look at how nice that looks now. It's hard to believe this is a Canadian car and it's a 1974, and with all of the patchwork and repair work done, there's no evidence we've even been in there, and we've done numerous patches in the floor and replace the quarter panels. So you can see we get right up inside underneath the dash, the whole firewall area, and then later what we'll do is we'll end up using the commercial grade seam sealer inside the car later. And as we come around the front, we've replicated exactly what the factory did, where they have all the seam sealer on the wide joints here. So your windshield is going to come up to this ridge, and then we've got a cowl that goes over top. But that's the way the factory did it. Harder to see on that passenger side, but you can see where we've got the seam sealer going to come along the front of the firewall. Same idea. So it's exactly like it was from the factory, where they joined this upper cowl to the firewall. So we have that all nice and sealed and protected. So this is an important step, because we don't want moisture and condensation building up between the seams, and then we go to paint it. The guys will do 3 or 4 coats of this red paint, and that will help with the coverage. You're not going to see much of this because you have your fan, your heater box. There's a lot of accessories on the firewall, but this, in my opinion, is the nicest point in time to do it. Same thing if you look down here. There's the wide band where the firewall, this is the bottom side, and this is where it's going to be sitting on the frame, and the factory did the wide seam sealer, and we've done the same thing. And you can see down on the curled over part, that's all seam sealed also, where it rolls over to the inside. When the body is on the frame, you're not really going to see this, but it's really important to seal all that, because I don't think the life of the car, it's going to have to come back off of the frame ever again. So this is kind of the before they spray the bottom of it, because the next step, once it's all painted underneath, we'll remove it from the rotisserie and put it on the nicely painted frame. So this is a basic update. This is 1974 Torino. I thank you for watching. I'm John from lastchanceautorestore.com.